This is Shin. Now, if you don't recognize him, then you probably don't know what good media is. He is from a anime called Nana, and it's basically about these two girls who both have the same name, spoiler alert, but that's not the point. The point is that he's one of my favorite characters from the show, and in this scene right here, he is wearing this Vivienne Westwood hat, and it's a very staple piece of his character, and just the way that everyone knows whose hat it is. So I looked online to see if I could buy it from anywhere, but a lot of the sellers are kind of expensive, and also a lot of the hats weren't that show accurate. So then I decided, why don't I just make it? But first, I had to learn how the fuck to crochet. This is kind of my first attempt here. It's like a little too small. This is a little too loose, I feel. I don't know. I feel like it's better than this one though, because I just feel like it's easier to deal with. I don't know. I like this one. Crocheting is a lot harder than people make it out to be. Shit is crazy. I also have these, right? And I made these. These are like 3 different attempts. These are my attempts of like building, right? So this one like is trash. All these are trash, and I don't understand it, because like I keep like doing it, but like I don't do it. I don't know what the f I'm doing wrong. This one I kind of got, like I started kind of get, but it was still feeling very off to me. Like I don't know, it just doesn't. I apologize for how I look right now. It's like 10 or something like that. I don't know. I literally got it down. Let me show you. Okay, so here's the square that I've been making, right? And basically this is gonna make like no sense to people who don't know how to crochet, but when making the 3rd row, I would like loop the string around the hook and then put it through all of the loops, and like you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to like loop it, put it around 2 loops, and then loop it again and put it around like the other loops. Again, that makes no sense. People don't know how to crochet, but you know. So yeah, I'm making a square, but I'm gonna try and switch off colors because I haven't done that yet. So now that we kind of gone over what a Shein hat is, I want one. Fun fact about my Nana hat Shein hat journey: I already attempted to make one, but it kind of sort of failed, and it will never see the light of day, and it just caused a lot of complications with that. So this is really my 2nd time doing this. I was kind of nervous going into it again because I didn't know how it was gonna go again, because I was only gonna do this a 2nd time. The first time it just took really long because I feel like beginner mistakes that I made. I should probably mention though, I am in no way a professional crocheter. I just did this because I saw people on TikTok doing it. By the way, I did follow a specific tutorial on how to do this. I will link all the tutorials that I had in the description down below, because there were a couple tutorials on how just to crochet in general, and then how to make triangles, because you're gonna need that for like the ear flaps. So I'm just gonna link those down below, and the specific tutorial for the Nana hat, which the only reason I'm doing this is because of that tutorial, so I'm gonna give full credit. The YouTube name is Pocketbug, and it's just a whole tutorial on how to make the Nana hat, and it's 100% beginner friendly because this was also her first crochet project, so that's what I used. I guess I'll just start from the beginning. So I have 2 things of yarn. I have putty, and then I have misty blue or something like that. These were the ones that she recommended in the video, and these are the ones that I believe are like pretty show accurate. I'm kind of nervous to start this because it's my first crochet project, and like this is the only reason I'm crocheting anything. But I also have a 5mm hook. That's like about it. This isn't a tutorial at all, by the way. Anything I do is never tutorial unless I really know what I'm doing, which is like quite rare. But we're gonna make a slip knot. Okay, I'm already like messing up right now. But like I have to make the first chain actually good because it's like the start of the hat, so I can't just like sewing. It's so much easier to like fix your mistakes because you just fold the string. Like that's it, that's all you do. I put on a jacket because I'm a little cold. I know that I'm gonna be doing a lot of work off camera. Also, when I told my dad I was like trying to crochet, he was like, wow. Okay, he was just like curious on like what, I guess, like what I'm trying to do. Bro, I swear I feel like editing this part of the video is going to be so boring for me. I don't know if this is ambitious for like my first crocheting project, but I don't care. So basically, I have been crocheting for like ever. I got home at like 3 or something like that, and it's like 10. I kid you fucking not. But this is the progress, okay? Oh fuck, I didn't know the fucking flash was on. Okay, here's fucking progress. It's like thick. I have no idea if this is gonna be thick enough for the first stripe or not. Like, I really don't know if I just want to start the white here or not. Like in the reference photos that I have, some clips like the stripe in the front is shorter, and the girl in the video made the stripe shorter. But I don't know if I want to make the stripe shorter or I just want to like make it a little bit thicker. So I'm not entirely sure if I just want to start the white now. But I'm not gonna do that tonight. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired as fuck. I'm 2 rows in. I have 2 stripes done. The whole thing is a little wavy. I made the bottom row like the first base chain too tight, which is like a big mistake. I mean, not big, but I did not anticipate crocheting to be this much work. It takes quite a while. I don't know why. I guess it's just like, you know, it's like very repetitive, so I feel as if, you know, it would just go by faster, but it really doesn't. On my hand, this one specifically felt a little cramped. I'm sure that it would go much faster if I held it in like a more professional way, like the way where it was like the fucking finger and the strings are on the finger and then you fucking Is the microphone here or is it hello? I think it's here. Wait, okay, it's fucking here. Actually, my yarn supply, this one's definitely lower than the other one just because I use, you know, more white yarn. Like, so I don't know if you can tell, but crocheting is kind of driving me a little bit crazy. It was a lot more work than I anticipated, which I know it sounds kind of stupid, but I don't know, I thought it would be like super quick and it's kind of taking me a while. I think that I need that because I'm a little bit impatient, but from the span of like 3 days, I just straight worked on the beanie and doing the stripes and stuff like that. As I went on though, it started to feel more therapeutic than stressful. Not stressful, but you know, like how I was acting in the previous clips. And so I feel like that, you know, really calmed me down and gave me hope for this hat. This is it so far. Ignore this part. I accidentally made it a little too long initially, but that's fine. The girl in the video also made hers too long, so I'm just gonna tuck this in. So yeah, I'm starting on the last row. Definitely do all of it tonight.
But it's really not necessary. I don't know why I did it, but
I've caught up on animes that I stopped like watching just randomly out of the blue, and I watched the entirety of Patriot Act. I've watched something else. Oh, you know, Shameless. I mean, like I watched Bel-Air while doing this. The new Fresh Prince reboot. I finished the last row. This is it. It does fit my head, but this is, yeah, it's pretty large. Okay, the next step according to the video is to basically sew it like this, and then we're gonna like do that, and it's gonna be a hat. You see how that works? Yeah. This is the angle y'all are gonna get from now on. Okay, wait, which one is gonna be my back and front? Okay, this one's gonna be the front. So it is, I believe, good side to good side. I think that's how we're playing it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sew along this and then just like stitch this up, I guess. I'm kind of scared to do this because I don't know how it's gonna, like this is like, you know, this determines if the beanie is gonna look good or not. So if this doesn't look good, then I'm going to not be happy. There's a million other things that I need to do right now that, you know, are definitely more beneficial to productivity, but I'm doing this. I mean, this is making a video. It's productive in its own right. Also, I'm not doing like anything specific for sewing it or like attaching it together. I'm literally just going like in and out and like pulling tight. Oh shit. I'm gonna turn this inside out and see if it fits. Y'all can kind of peep. Look at this. This part right here is so funny to me. This is the vision. Now we're just gonna do the top and we're gonna be done for today because I'm not doing any more of this fucking shit today. So for the top, we have to close her up. So I'm gonna take the blue yarn. I'm gonna get a good chunk of it, I guess. And like I'm gonna like loop it in and out of this part of the top. This way I got a hood. A little hood. What the fuck? I don't know if you can see that, but I'm like going like that through the loops, if that makes sense. We're also gonna hope that this string is long enough. I think it is. So, okay, ready? That was actually way less exciting than I thought it would be. This is how it fits, how it looks on the front. This is how it looks from this side. I like it, it's pretty good. It fits really well. Now all I have left is the ear flaps and like the little details like the tassel, but we're gonna do that next time because again, I'm like fucking tired. So welcome to not the last day, I don't know, but I'm making the ear flaps basically, or at least trying to. I have a good amount of white yarn left. This is her, she's cute. I put paper thingies as placeholders. This is how wide I want my ear flap to be. It's like 3.5-ish inches. It's late at night again, so sorry if I'm like not smart right now. After I do the blue, I'm going to start doing the triangle, and I'm not entirely sure. I don't really remember how to do a triangle all that well. It's a little bit confusing to me, but I'm gonna try. I literally just watched the video to see how to do it. What did she say? It actually turned out better than I thought it would, so that's exciting. I don't know, but I'm gonna start on the second one. So I'm gonna kind of show you how I crochet. I'm not a professional at all, so like I've literally been crocheting for like under a month, so like this isn't really a tutorial. I want to show what I've learned. Anyway, okay, so you're gonna take a string, okay, like this. You're gonna make a slip knot. So you're gonna like put the string like this, you see that, and you're gonna twist. You're gonna take your hook and you're just gonna put it like that, and then that's just how you start your chain or whatever. Once you do that, you're just gonna take your string and you're gonna put it like this, like across the hook, and you're just gonna pull it under the loop, and you're just gonna keep doing that. But make sure that your like chains aren't too loose, like you don't want them to be too big, but you don't want them to be too tight. Okay, so this is the length that I want for my ear flaps. So I'm gonna turn now. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cross it over again and loop it through, and then I'm gonna just go into the next. So you see this like hole right here, this hole, you're gonna put your hook through there, and then you're just gonna loop a string through both of those. Okay, that's what you're gonna do for the second row. The first and second row are different than the third row. Okay, and if you make a mistake, then you can just pull. That's what I really like about this. Okay, so now I'm at like the last thing. I'm gonna turn. So to turn, I kind of already showed you, but you just like loop it again like that, and then I turn it like this way because I like doing it this way. And then this is the part where when I first started crocheting, I didn't really understand. But what you're gonna want to do is you're going to do the same thing that you did with the second one. You see the holes? Yeah, you're gonna put this through that. Okay, now you're gonna have technically 3. You see how there's like 1, 2, and then 3. The first 2 are kind of smushed together. I don't know if that makes sense, but you're just gonna want to put the string through the first 2, and then you're gonna have 2 on your hook again, and you're gonna want to put a string through that, and just continue doing that and like turning, and that's basically what you do. Okay, so I made it to the bloom part, so now I'm gonna switch off colors, and I'm also gonna go into the triangle. So to switch off colors, what I do is I take the other color and I just like pull it through like that, and then I just turn like I normally would, except for this it's gonna be a triangle. Okay, this is like a little confusing to explain. So I'm gonna do is go into the second one, and I think it's this one maybe. You're just gonna put it through the second one, and then that like kind of takes away one, and then you're gonna go across just normally, and then once you get to the end, you're gonna have like 2 more, I don't know, holes left. So for the first hole, you're gonna just put it in, you're gonna cross over the hook, and you're gonna loop it through the first 2 strings like usual, and then you're gonna keep these 2 strings on your hook, and you're gonna go through kind of the last one, okay, and you're gonna loop it through like normal, like I said before, but then you're gonna have 3 loops on your hook. You see that? There are 3 loops, and so you're just gonna cross over, and you're gonna pull a string through all 3 of those loops, and then continue on to the next row, and you're gonna do the same thing where you see that there's gonna be, you see that these like first 3 holes here, you're gonna put it through the second one, I believe. That's how it is. Now I have my ear flaps, but I have to do the Vivienne Westwood logo on the flap. The girl in the video's way of doing it is very simple, and I'm probably gonna do it because I've seen a lot of people who have made their own. It's kind of, I guess, complicated because it's just like, you know, I don't really embroider, especially when it comes to yarn, but I do have thinner black yarn here. This is acrylic yarn. The yarn that I'm using is acrylic yarn, and this isn't acrylic yarn, so it's different. But I'm going to split it in half like that to make it, you know, thinner. Okay, so to make the Vivienne Westwood symbol or slash logo, it is much easier than it looks, personally, at least I think so. And then after that, I took 10 strands of yarn and kind of split that up into 3 sections for the braids or drawstrings on the hat, and I tied it off with some string at the end to put it all together, and also tied string around the top as well. And for the tassel, I basically just wrapped yarn, tied a piece in the middle, and then cut the ends so, you know, they wouldn't be like looped or anything, and then just took the string and pulled that through the center of the hat, and then tied it from the inside to make the tassel. And then in the end, I just attached the flaps to the hat with good side to good side, and I was basically done. Want to note, I tried to wear something somewhat Nana-esque. I have like, you can't see them, but like, you know, I have these things. I guess this is the hat reveal. Here it is. You can see the sides here. I was worried the flaps were gonna lay weird, but they're actually not laying weird at all. I would show you my other attempt, but I simply just don't want to. It's dead. Here it is. Here's the hat. I really like it, actually. I think that definitely better than my last hat, and I think that's like why I like it so much. much. The like beanie part itself is probably the best part, and I'm happy about that because the beanie part was the worst part of my last hat probably. It fits really well even with the excess tucked in. It's not like too long, I feel. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've made the first stripe smaller than the others because in the reference photos, that's kind of what it looks like. And there's a lot of different reference photos for the last part, like the blue part. I made it like, this was kind of unintentional, but I made it a little bit bigger than the previous 3 stripes, but I decided to keep it because I just felt as if, I don't know, I liked it. So some mistakes that I've made, not mistake, but like some things I would fix would probably be the ear flaps because I kind of sort of still have to tuck in some strings that I tied because they're kind of just out there. But I like made this, I finished this almost 1 in the morning, so I was like tired and I just did not feel like doing anything else. They're also kind of an uneven size. That's something I would go back and do. This one's smaller than this one. I'm really happy with it though, and again, like I love how it fits my head. I love the fit of it. So would I crochet again? Yes, because I have the stuff to do it. So I'm not just gonna make one thing. That's it for this video. Like if you want, subscribe if you want.